I want to talk about what's been going on here with the whole Sister Grimm Nico Minoru event that started the other day, and there's just and things were just kind of like effed up from the beginning. And I wasn't gonna swear because I don't. If this goes up on YouTube, I don't know at what point in time. I can't swear in the first 60 seconds. So we have all this shit going on, right? We have the Histogram Milestone, which I'll admit isn't bad for veterans. Okay, and I'm doing pretty well. Like, I'm a third way, just under a third way through the milestone. I'm at 33k, and there's 106k. So just to reiterate here, and I mentioned this in my math video, my original math video. If you want to maximize your raid points, your milestone points, make sure you're raiding with X-Men at higher gear tier. This is like 90%. I'm not even kidding. This is probably like 80 to 90% of all of your milestone points is going to be through raiding. Which is good. If you have the characters available to do that, that's awesome. If you have gear tier 14 especially, it should be a clear sale, I think. If you're using 5 X-Men at gear tier 14 and running Gamma 2, make sure that you're running the unrestricted Gamma 2. If you're struggling a little bit, you could run Ultima 7.5. My alliance actually is doing 2 raids of Ultima 7.5. Even though we do Doom 2.2, we are actually dumbing down for a couple of days just to make it even easier for the Alliance, and then we're going to go back to our normal rating. But I do recommend Gamma 2 all the way through the milestone for 7 days until people get it cleared. I mean, if you can communicate with your Alliance when they get it cleared, great. But otherwise, just run Gamma 2 for the whole time. But the other thing that really bothers me is this part here. The win raid battle is 40 points flat. Okay, and for this, I have to pivot to the blog post, because when we get to that part, all other characters, winning in raids, all other characters 40 points. So that suggested that a full team of non-X-Men characters would have given you 200 points per win. But that's not the case. You're just getting a 40-point flat for winning a raid battle. And this significantly reduces the amount of points that you're getting for non-X-Men characters. That's a reduction of 5 times, right? Because we thought we'd be getting 200 points per raid battle, not 40. And that's crazy, because if you don't have these X-Men characters at gear tier 14 or higher, 13 might work too, but largely 14 plus will help a lot, then you're kind of fucked, because the amount of points that you're getting is nothing. Like 10... Let's just do some really quick scribble math, right? Like really quick. So 10 times 4, let's do 20 times 40, because that's assuming that you're doing 10 battles in Gamma and like Ultima 7, right? That's like 800 points. That's like fucking nothing on a daily basis. But if you were to do the same additions for Gear Tier 15 X-Men times 20, like, it's crazy. You can see by the amount of points that I have already, that's 800 points a day on raids. And I'm at 33,000. Like, it's just like, it's uncomparable. It's uncomparable. So that's where it's shit. And that's where the early player, new players and mid-game players that don't have this are getting fucked. Secondly, the war battle stuff is also actually play a war battle, 90 points. Let's go back. With all other characters, 90 points. So this suggested that a full team in war would give you 450 points. That you would get 90 points per character. So now you're getting 90 points per war battle. So over the course of a war, let's say you're doing 10 war battles, right? It's an easy 900 points. But that's nothing, because if you had done 450 times 10, because that would have been if you had 5 characters, that's 4,500, right? So again, it's 5 times worse, because it's not taking into account each character, it's just the battle itself. And that's where things are really fucked up, because you're significantly reducing the amount of total points that players can get without using these traits. Now, I will say that, like, the war is, if you have the raid stuff, the war points is pretty inconsequential anyways, but that's not really the point here. The point is largely that they're reducing ways that other players can get points via this event if you don't have these other things, and that's where it's kind of fucked up, in my opinion. So, great for veterans. I'm not going to have a problem clearing this, but I know a lot of people may do. And so where do you make up these points if you don't have X-Men Gear Tier 13, 14 plus, right? It's the other milestones, and that's where things get even worse. Okay, so we'll start with the Enchanted Bloodlines milestone. What I'm gonna deem impossible to clear milestones. It's funny because I was actually talking in my Discord before the event. We were discussing this. We were like, is this gonna be 3 2-day milestones or 1 6-day milestone? And the reason why I thought it was 1 6-day milestone is because the points were fucking impossible. Right? Like, I've done it. I've done the math. Like, you cannot do this in 2 days. And so I thought, that's pretty fucked up. I was like, there's no way this is a 1 6-day, no way this is a 3 2-day milestone, that this has to be a 6-day milestone. Nope. Scopely has officially done the impossible, or what we thought was impossible, they made it true. And it's crazy. So, I mean, I have a pretty big Young Avengers. Like, someone said you had to spend 2,800 cores a day to clear this milestone. Or was that the campaign energy? We're going to get to that one too. But, like, the amount of... I think I could probably get to about this. 22,000, maybe 26 if I pushed it. And that's considering I have G15, G16 Young Avengers. Right? So, again, let's just do some really pencil math here. So, 40 points for a Blitz Sim. 40 times 40, because that's, like, kind of your maximum. That's 200, 400, 1,600 points, I think? 40 times 40. Is that right? 40 times 40. 200, 400, 1,600. Yeah. So, 1,600 times 8 is 12.8k. Right? 8 rotations a day. 12.8k times 2 equals 25.6k. Okay, so that's just, like, non-Young Avengers, right? And, like, how many times would you have to, like, core your Young Avengers to make up for this? Like, 25.6k on 16 rotations doesn't even get you halfway. And so they're saying that you have to fulfill the rest of it through Blitz charges, through... coring. I get about, I think, like 800 points on my Young Avengers per win. Something like that, right? So let's just hypothetically, 30k divided by 800, I don't know, is, quick in my head, 5 is 4,000, 10 is 8,000, so this is going to be like something like 35 to 40 Young Avengers Blitz wins, right? And so that's like an additional, 20 plus, charges / cores. So we're talking about like some crazy figure of where you would probably have to spend like 1k plus in charges and cores, just to get there. And it's like every single day. For what? What are you getting? Like fucking nothing. 800 Elite 4 credits. Some milestone points. Okay, so it's not worth it, obviously, right? But the problem is that these milestones were intended, I think, they were intended to help bridge the gap on the Sister Grimm milestone. I think. I think that's what their intentions were, was you would get points in this milestone to funnel into the Sister Grimm milestone to help you get a little bit further. Or so I thought, and maybe they're just, like, they hate us. They hate the players that much that they're like, no, you know what? This could have been a 6-day milestone. Nah, let's just, and so here's why I got confused, though. Because the wording in the blog, we're gonna skip a little bit here. Battle your way to points during a 48-hour blitz. Now, the only reason why I was confused here was because I thought this was going to be a brand new Blitz. So, people in the chat, feel free to let me know. Like, that's how I interpreted it. I thought they were going to bring out a brand new Blitz, not the existing Polaris Blitz. I thought maybe a second Blitz was going to run side by side 3 times. Some sort of Jessica Jones Blitz. I don't know. But it said, like during a 48-hour Blitz. Not 48-hour the same Polaris Blitz. They weren't really clear about this part here, which repeats 2 additional times. So I had the impression it was going to be 3 2-day blitzes where we could accumulate points towards a 6-day milestone. Not 3 2-day milestones. I just kind of assumed that the blitz portion was going to run 3 times. That's all. And so maybe I misinterpreted the blog post. Maybe. But the points is just fucking out of this world. That's all I have to say about that one. And it really doesn't add up. I thought there was going to be another Blitz side by side here because this is going to be running, this will run side by side with the gear, or not the Blitz, sorry, the Quick Rumble Blitz, right? We still have Quick Rumble 4. So you're going to have to Blitz for Quick Rumble 4 with the Young Avengers to fulfill the other milestone while doing another milestone? Because the Quick Rumble has its own milestone using Wave 1 Avengers, which is going to be week 4. And you're having to do this for the Young Avengers and other shit for the, you know, so it's just fucking mind-blowing. Like there's just too much shit going on. Like, what are they even asking us to do? And so this leads us to milestone 3. And that is the, I have, where's that one? That one's down here, isn't it? The Runaway Spell milestone. So not only this was how many hours late? I think according to my Discord, this was like 4 hours late, maybe. I don't remember when it popped up. Maybe 9 to 10 p.m. Pacific time. Like, it was pretty late. And a lot of people thought that it was going to be after the Ancient Arts expired, which was also late expiring. So a lot of people spent their energy early, maybe within the first hour, because they thought that it was up. And we thought it might have been in-game. We didn't know if it was in-game or if it was on the web. It turns out it's a web milestone, but they weren't clear about that either. They didn't really say what it was going to be. Although now looking at the picture, this actually is what the website looks like, isn't it? This is kind of how things look on the website compared to, like, this. You can tell kind of looks in-game, like an in-game banner. Whereas, like, this is definitely like a web milestone banner. So, I don't know. Was this banner here before? Maybe I should have thought about that beforehand. Doesn't matter. They changed the whole structure again. Now, I know the text might be a little bit small to see, especially if you're on YouTube, but it's 10,000 for the final milestone 40, which requires, you know, which gives you all that shit. And so I believe I still have. Do I not have the other one open? No, I don't. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter. I can Marvel Strike Force, open up another tab, go to the milestones, and we can see here, because it's ongoing right now. Oh, hey, I got another one. And this is what I need to also say, is that when you claim this milestone, you automatically get the milestone points to your character. So 160 milestone points, just to clarify here. In-game. Sister Grimm, 32895. Once I hit this, it should be automatic. Well, maybe in the next time I... 32895. There we go. 33055. So for those of you thinking that this was a bug, it is not. It is just being directly debited to your milestone balance there. So when you go in to claim the milestone itself, the milestone points aren't showed. But we're still not done ranting about this one because of the change of the milestones. So you need to go all the way to 19,000 campaign energy for milestone 40. Also, a little bit of a note here is that milestone 38 is 4,500 for some reason. They fucked this one up. So once you reach 4,500, milestone 38 should unlock, which I guess is an additional 1,255 milestone points. I just want to let people know I'm not re-updating my math on this. It's honestly so fucking borked that at this point, like, just do the raid stuff. Try to do the raids, and if you can't, I'm sorry. You know, this is just seriously fucked up at this point. They managed to go above and beyond for this event, not only changing things, but things were just not as advertised. The point structure was not as advertised. The points that you got from raids and war was not as advertised for other characters, and so on and so on. So now you have 19,000. And what I haven't added up, and I'm curious if anyone else did, if you added up all of this milestone points on the new milestone, is this more or less or the same as what was advertised here in the blog post? I don't know. I'm not going to add this all up, but like, is this the same points, even though they pushed the numbers further? So instead of going to 10,000 energy, you're having to go to 19,000 energy. And again, let's go back to scribble math here, right? And so 19,000 divided by 7 days. You know, why don't I have my calculator up here? 19,000 divided by 7 is 2,715 energy per day. Great. Fucking great. Okay, so normally you get around like I want to say 800 something normally, so I don't know. Let's just fathom an extra 2,000. Let's just say an extra 1,800 energy from cores. 1,800 divided by 120. Like, I don't even know how much fucking cores this is going to cost, but it's a lot. 1,800 divided by 120, 15 cores. You know, and it gets progressively worse, right? So, like, I don't know how many cores this is. This is probably, like, fucking 4,000 plus cores cores daily. I don't know. It is something crazy, because it's going to be 50, 50, 50, you know, and then 100, 100, 100, and then 200, and then 400, and get something fucking radical. So, yes, this is definitely messed up. What do you miss for not getting there? Well, you're not getting this Elite 4 orb, so if you cared about that, good luck. And it's not even worth wailing over. This stuff is just not worth wailing over. So, like, I don't know what their intentions were. Like, yeah, it's just absolutely insane. Where am I gonna get to? Like, probably, like, fucking 5,000 or something? No, like, maybe, like, I'll do maybe 1,000 energy a day, maybe a little bit less. So I'm probably gonna get to, like, this. Like, milestone 34 here. Is what I kind of expect. Yeah, the 6,000 range. So, all in all, this is, like, a really crazy event. Like, and I don't mean, like, crazy good. I just mean, like, crazy what the fuck. You know, like, what is going on over there at Scopely that they just don't know heads or tails about what the hell is going on a daily basis over at their company. I had to do this. Like, you know, maybe it's therapeutic for me to, like, get this out there. But, like, I haven't had a rant video in a while, but I feel like if they're gonna mess around with the math, don't give me the math. Don't give me the numbers. And, you know, let's remember. Oh yeah, I forgot the Sister Grimm milestone. For what it's worth, for people who were in Europe or elsewhere claiming day one, they didn't get their 250 milestone points, and it's not a huge deal, but just wanted to throw that out there while we're here. And let's remind ourselves at the very end here that please note that the information in this blog is subject to change before going live in the game. Let's remind ourselves of this very key sentence here that they started putting in at the end of the blogs. And so my ending point here is going to be, don't give us the numbers if you're going to fuck around with it. If you're going to change the numbers, don't give it to me, because because it makes me feel bad when I'm doing a video and I'm doing some number crunching, and then all of a sudden things are not how they are in the game. And you know, and I'm sorry for you guys who may have thought it was a certain way, that maybe I misled people, but, you know, it wasn't my intention to do so, because I'm just using the information that they're giving us. And, you know, half the time it's wrong, or they change it for whatever reason. So a lot of things were bad with this event. Like, almost every milestone was fucked up to some degree. The good thing about this is that the main one, of course, is that you can still clear it if you have the X-Men characters to do so. But if you don't, they seriously hampered the way that you could get points, because it's winning through raid. It's just the raid battle, not per character. And same with war. It's war battle, not war battle per character. So I'd rather wait and see it in-game and do the math then, than them give us wrong information. And that's really the end of it, and that's probably the end of my rant, because I have nothing left to say other than that I am disappointed, but that comes to no surprise, because, you know, it's Scopely, right? They just abuse us every chance they get. And I don't know if it's just sheer incompetence, or, you know, we talked about this in my Discord. Is it just sheer incompetence? Are they running a skeletal crew? Is it a skeletal crew and they're incompetent? Then that just doubles down and makes it worse. I don't know. But there's something going wrong, and they need to get their shit together, because they're losing players. Whether it's from burnout, event burnout, or just the sheer incompetence, I think people are actually going to be slowly leaving the game. And, you know, it's sad. It's a sad state of affairs. That's the end of my rant. We'll be back to regular programming probably in the next day. So thanks for watching, and keep on. I can't even do my normal thing, because keep on being great. Boilon signing out.